Hi, we are from Group 5 and today we are going to discuss about music. After having discussions, also interviews with families, colleagues and children, we come up with the scenario on implementing a music class within an early childhood setting. The age group we are going to focus on are nursery and kindergarten children. In this presentation, we will discuss the importance of music from behaviorist views, motivation perspective, cognitive theories, and personal, emotional, and social development. My name is Irene, and I am going to discuss the scenario from a behaviorist views. We start with the definition. What is music? Music is a way to communicate, to engage and connect, also to build connections. What is behavior? According to Margetts and Woolfolk 2019, behavior is reaction in a certain condition. Skinner established operant conditioning, which is focused on the consequences that control the act or behavior. If the consequences is rewarding, the act will more likely to be repeated in a similar situations or strengthen the behavior. Rewarding consequences can be reached through positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. On the other hand, if the consequences is not rewarding, the act will less likely to be repeated or weaken the behavior, and eventually it will be distinguished. Margetts and Woolfolk 2019. According to Thomas 2005, Skinner mentioned strategies to promote children's well-being. It is important to be present, to let them know you are there, to respond to their cues and fulfill their needs, to make them feel safe, secure, loved, and supported. If we meet their needs, they will feel satisfied. Building connection and relationship is the foundation. According to Peary et al. 1987, children recognize the music if they heard it before. Music is a sound stimuli. For example, if we sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song and children never heard it before, there will be no response. But if we sing it repetitively, children will react to it. Other example, when we sing If You're Happy and You Know It with the actions, children will automatically clap their hands because we did it repetitively and children get familiar with it. Based on the research, we can come up with two strategies. First, for nursery children. For example, if we sing the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song during group time with joy and happy expressions, children will also feel the joy and happiness. So, when they get upset during the day, if we sing the same song, children will remember the joy and happy feelings when we connect with them. Therefore, they are not upset anymore because we are meeting their needs. Kindergarten children explore music as a learning concept. Peary et al. 1987. Through music, they learn about fast or slow and loud or quiet. In addition, children build self-awareness to acknowledge their feelings and body needs, also managing their emotions. For example, if we play calming or instrumental music, children signaling their body to rest time. When we play fast music, children recognize the pace and will likely to dance and express their feelings through movement. Another example is when children ask the educator to play certain music or songs because it makes them happy. It means they can communicate what they want, hence we fulfill their needs. Or sing the song that make their friends happy. It shows that they build connections through interactions with their peers. Children need support from educators who recognize their needs, and the way that educators respond is crucial to help them regulate their emotions. Learning through music is important for children to build connections and relationships with the educators and their peers.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and today I will be discussing implementing a music class in a room within my early childhood service. I will be supporting this with evidence from theorist views coming from a motivational perspective. I'm first going to begin with motivation. What is motivation? Motivation is described as an internal state that arouses, directs, and sustains behaviour, including students' energy and drive to learn. As discussed in the previous slide, Skinner is a behavioural theorist. Skinner's approach to motivation is through something he calls an operant conditioning theory. Skinner believed we can increase or decrease a certain behaviour by adding consequences, using positive and negative reinforcements or punishments to get the behaviour we want to see or be demonstrated. For an example, if we want a child to join our music class, we can offer them an incentive such as a sticker at the end. This would be considered a positive reinforcement. However, I believe a sociocultural theory's approach to motivation is more supportive of a music class. Vygotsky believed that the mind's functioning develops in stages and in collaborative situations. These situations encourage a higher process of thinking. Vygotsky believed this higher thought process of learning first begins when two people are interacting, such as an adult and a child. The child remembers this interaction, such as language used or an approach to a problem, and can use this in the future to learn. Such as, for an example, a child is building with blocks. They want to know how many blocks were used to build their tower. An adult or teacher could show the child, oh, if you count the blocks, you will see how many it took to use to build the tower. The child will then remember this and use this strategy next time. Other aspects of socio-cultural views include communities. Children will learn when they are a part of something. It's who they are, therefore their identity. For an example, if everyone is participating in the music class, the child will too. What will motivate children to come and participate in music class? This is a part of their community, therefore their weekly routine. What are the benefits for learning and development? If children are motivated to be in music class, they will learn cognitive aspects such as singing the alphabet in Auslan, currently within a kindergarten program, keeping a beat, counting with peers, mathematical concepts, a sense of community and identity, exploring the arts and encouraging physical movement. This is all within a kindergarten program. In the nursery, it's a sensory processing experience, learning about their world and exploring objects such as if they move a shaker, will it make a sound? And hearing new sounds.
I like rock and roll.
You like rock and roll? What do you like about rock and roll?
And the bad ones sing rock and roll.
Do they?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
So happy.
Thank you, Charlotte. How can we sustain motivation within a music class? As you've just heard Charlotte, this is a part of her culture and her community. Not only within her family enjoys rock and roll, but she can explore and experience this at her early childhood setting within music class. We can create inviting spaces where children can explore and learn about instruments. We can explore different cultures and aspects and different genres of music. We can continue to connect this to children and what type of music they like. Therefore, this is a social learning experience built with community from the service and within families.
Hi, I'm Divya, presenting Music and Cognitive Development according to cognitive theory perspective. Let's look at what is cognitive development. Cognitive development in the children is the development of the skill and knowledge that help them understand their environment. It's the evolution of their thought process, how they process information, how they think and feel, how they determine right from wrong, how they make decisions and solve problems, how they learn new things, and how they perceive the world around them. Let's move on to cognitive theory. Jean Piaget presented his groundbreaking theory on children's cognitive development, introducing the notion of 4 cognitive stages of childhood development. Each step builds on the knowledge gained in the preceding. The stages are sensory motor stage, birth to 2 years, pre-operational stage, ages 2 to 7, concrete operational stage, ages 7 to 11, formal operational stage, ages 12 and up. Comparative perspective. Music activity for babies and toddlers activates both the auditory and physical senses of the kid. Tickling, wriggling, bouncing, and finger playing are all age-old activities. Musical activity establishes and sustains a specific personal relationship between an adult or older kids and a youngster at this level. Speaking a rhyme and wiggling toes introduces babies and young children to the concept of rhyme and phrasing, while also connecting song to a joyful and personal behavior. Whereas children aged 3 to 5 can sing more elaborated songs, play more difficult games and rhymes, and of course listen more sophisticatedly. They can also comprehend some of the fundamental music vocabulary and elements. When performing songs and activity with youngsters, it is fine to explain a few concepts and then experiment with them, such as shifting tempos and dynamics. What is the impact of music on cognitive development? When I think about cognitive development in young children, several things come to mind. Firstly, rhythm and cadence are something that we rely on, not just for music, but for numeracy and reading. Music also has a significant role to play in areas of executive function, such as working memory, that is remembering the lyrics to song, cognitive flexibility, that is make the same rhythm with different instruments, impulse control, that is singing loudly versus singing softly. It also helps in the development of corpus callosum, that is a part of the brain that connects the two hemispheres, which develops significantly at this age. Additionally, when we place all these together, the brain has to work in multiple ways at the same time, particularly if there is movement involved. I would also add this cognitive function is also intimately interconnected with emotional development, and music has an important role to play in eliciting and regulating emotional responses. If we think about things like toxic stress, music can play an important role in maintaining a positive atmosphere and reducing level of cortisol in children. If children are stressed, it doesn't matter what we put in front of them. Cognitive development won't occur until they feel okay. Music has a significant role to play in ensuring children feel good. Researchers. After lots of research and interviewed colleagues and parents, we received various information. An interview with the mom of an 18-month-old boy mentioned that frequent listening to music while breastfeeding helped him to stay calm and achieved high cognitive skills, resulting in learning multilingual songs and memorizing countries, and this shows improved developmental milestones. In another interview, the dad of a 4-year-old girl agreed that frequent exposure to music helped her learn numbers, alphabets, and lots of Aboriginal terminologies. And he also mentioned that music calms her body at the end of the day. Conclusion. What are the benefits of having musical classes in early childhood? Music ignites all areas of challenge development and skill for school readiness, including intellectual, social, emotional, motor, language, and overall literacy. Exposing children to music early in life helps them to learn the sounds and music of words. Dancing to music helps children build motor skills while allowing them to practice self-expression and memory skills. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Erin, and I'm analysing the personal, social and emotional impacts of having a music class within an early learning centre. Music is already used various ways to support a child's emotional, social and personal development, such as transitional time songs that help children understand what comes next and make it a fun experience, to calming music and encouraging a relaxing and soothing environment. By reviewing the research conducted by our group and researching music in children and young people's development, we learn that there are many benefits for children to be regularly participating in a music program. By implementing a music class within your service, you can encourage and support various skills and developmental needs. As children are developing vital skills such as being able to socially connect with others and build confidence and regulate their emotional well-being, music is a great way to support these developments. In a music class, children are able to work together and engage in cooperative musical games, which enhances socialization, including listening, following instructions, turn-taking, focus, and building their language skills. By extending children's vocabulary, repetition, and rhyming of words, it is also enhancing their communication skills. As children grow, participating in music experience in groups also builds happiness. Music can foster a child's sense of belonging. By engaging in music that is multicultural and diverse, children are hearing songs of different cultures and learning about responding to diversity with respect and building a sense of belonging. Children are also developing a sense of belonging by participating in large group experiences, supporting their peers, and building confidence. As an educator, I have seen babies develop relationships and socialize with educators while singing songs and lullabies together. This is encouraging language development, learning about expressions, and can be a calming effect on babies. A study conducted by McMaster University 2012 researched the social, emotional, and personal impact that music can have on babies. Babies from interactive classes showed better early communication skills, such as pointing at objects that are out of reach and waving goodbye. Socially, these babies also smiled more, were easier to soothe, and showed less distress when things were unfamiliar or didn't go their way. Comparatively, Kirshner and Tomasello in 2010 researched the positive effects music can have on kindergartners and showed a difference between children who participated in music experiences and those that did not. They said preschoolers who engaged in participatory group music and movement activities showed greater group cohesion, cooperation, and pro-social behaviour when compared to children who do not engage in the same music activities. This is research that shows some of the developmental benefits of children who participated in a musical class compared to children who did not. Erik Erikson, the theorist, has developed a theory that has 8 different stages of development, and during those 8 stages there are different conflicts for development to overcome to develop a healthy sense of self. To encourage growth and autonomy, music can be a positive experience. Music is a great way for children to attempt new tasks, add to autonomy, and be able to balance self and social conformity. It can be a positive experience for various ability levels. It avoids competitiveness between peers, which helps build self-confidence. The music session allows for guidance and observation of an adult, and the children are still able to explore music and movement. When looking at Erikson's theory of development, there is supporting evidence that music will assist children to develop a healthy sense of self. In conclusion, based on our research of talking to various sources, we were able to collate that information and create our scenario. We have looked at different theoretical perspectives, including Erik Erikson, Skinner, Piaget, Vertovsky, that support the implementation of a music class to be held within an early learning centre. Across the 4 group members, we researched different perspectives, including cognitive theorists, behaviourist views, motivation, and personal, social, and emotional development benefits. With the research conducted, we were able to look at issues and include supporting evidence of how music can be a positive influence for a child's development, and in particular, a baby kindergartner. Thank you.